come back.
That
was actually really bad. That was actually really bad. I didn't air roll into the ball here. So my card deflected really far, and it made the follow-up shot really difficult. Alright, Quinn Lobdell wants to get an invite to the party to spectate, so let me just go ahead and invite him real quick. He's in my friends list here. There we go. Yo! BO5, oh. Why does it say yo again? BO5, okay. Okay. He literally... Alright, Kux wants BO7. Kux wants BO7. I don't want to deny Kux what he wants. Don't want to deny Kux what he wants. Down for whatever. Alright, BO7 it is. I was saying BO5 because I am conscious it's getting pretty late over there. It's 1 in the morning on the west coast, 9 in the morning where I am. Which is why I am currently awake, but here we go. Oh wait, Quinn's talking to Dapper. We'll give him a second. Apparently Quinn, or Dapper has Quinn's charger. You better have it at land, says Quinn. Dapper says, "Ull, your fault." I imagine he meant to say lull. Also, I don't think I said Dylan Deathrage97. Thank you for the sub. Hope you're still here. That was 6 minutes ago, but I appreciate that. And also, we got Mom Jit saying my nose sank the Titanic. Quinn in Discord. I'll probably just solo cast this because there's a lot of ping between me and Quinn, and casting is a little bit difficult if you've got a lot of ping between the two of you. You just end up interrupting each other a lot. So, as much as I do love talking to Quinn and bantering with him, we're just going to solo cast this one for ping reasons. Change the title. Quinn's in a game. Let me just get him to leave. Yeah, I'll change my title. Hold on. kuxir97 versus Dappur. That's weird. It says that Quinn's in an online game. He says he's just training. But it says that he's in an online game when I try to join. You're still here? Oh, awesome, Dylan Deathrage. Sorry for not giving you a shout out immediately. I was distracted. Let's see. There we go. There we go, po. There we go, po. Can I use your £3 as the start of a prize pool? Sure, dude. If that is what you want, then let's go for it. Let me just really quickly fire that one up. How do I do that again? There it is. I've got to hurry. What month is this? Did I do this wrong? Did I do that wrong? Why did they leave? It is on US West. I think Kuxir wants a better US West server because there's some US West servers in the center of the country, some in the West Coast itself. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the pool of prizes. Oh, there we go. It worked right away. It worked right away. Also, I'll put up a team score here so that people who just join know what's happening here. This is gonna be best of 7. Oh, why did I almost made it 1-0 to Dapper. You guys didn't see that, but I accidentally typed 1 in Dapper's column instead of nil. That would have been silly. Hold on, I can't see my Twitch chat. I need to be able to see my Twitch chat. Where is it? Bang, there we go. Perfect. Let's do this. Dapper versus Kuxir. This is a matchup with a little bit of backstory. I'm sure most of you guys in Twitch are aware. However, I bet that there's a couple of YouTube viewers who are not. That these guys have played against each other quite recently at Gold Rush LAN. That's a really good pop off the back wall by Dapper. I don't know how he got so much distance on that one. Kuxir was looking for a near post pass to himself. Dapper going for the low side flip shot, a shot that Kuxir has kind of popularized himself. Good pop to the back wall by Kux. He's respecting Dapper's ability to defend against that though. This voice. Yeah, all donations during this show match will go to the prize pool. Dapper trying to get the ball past Kux in the midfield, but that will not work. Kuxir with an easy interception, and despite the fact that he shot that right back across the goal, Dapper was nowhere near. First goal goes to the Italian, who is currently not in Italy. Those of you who are keen-eyed might have noticed that I did search for a US West server here, and I'll tell you guys the backstory behind this, because it is very funny, and I'm sure that there are quite a lot of you that don't know. But kuxir and Dappur, when they played against each other at the Gold Rush LAN, that was of course in North California, in San Francisco. And the first time that they played against each other at that tournament, kuxir reverse swept Dappur 3-2. Sorry, I'm not going to be doing commentary for a little bit. We're doing story time, but you guys can just watch the game. It was a very nice goal, however. So Dappur got reverse swept 3-2 in the grand finals. I believe that, no, they played in the round robin. kuxir won that, so 1-0 to Kux. Then he got the reverse sweep in the actual 1v1 tournament grand finals. Dappur then, in the following day, beat Kux. Was it 2-0? Or 2-1? I can't remember what it was. I have no idea what that message is saying. This voice is hilarious. It's a Japanese accent for anybody who's wondering. I'll probably change it because I have no idea what it is saying. But anyway, so kuxir won the best of 1. He won the best of 5. But then the following day in the 3-game series, I believe kuxir only took a game. Dappur won 2-1. So overall, in the entire tournament, kuxir was 1 win to the good. He was able to go 5-4 for the total weekend over Dappur. The one time that these guys have played on my stream before was on East Coast server, because Dappur being West Coast situated and kuxir being in Europe, they had similar ping. I think Dappur got the better deal, but it was pretty close. I really love this fake by Dappur though. That is not even close to getting saved by kuxir. If you were to get, if you were to get a Rocket League tattoo, what should it be? What would I get? What would I get if I had to get a Rocket League tattoo? Good question. I'll think about that one. But meanwhile, let me continue the story because this is a good one. So kuxir was in California for the LAN. And as many of you guys know, kuxir is pretty bad at planes. Those two do not really work together very well. And not for the first time, he missed his flight. So he's stuck in California, staying at Quinn Lobdell's house, who is currently spectating alongside me, just because he's sitting right beside Kux as they play, and he wanted to be able to see the game in his POV without looking over Kux's shoulder, see it in real time. So that is why Kux is currently in US West. That is the point I was trying to get to. He's currently in West Coast because he was there for the LAN with Gold Rush, and he's just going to stay there until Flipside Bootcamp, which is going to be in New York this week. Oh, what a kick by kuxir. He's giving Dappur a little bit of a boot. But yeah, it's going to be good to see how these guys can do in this best of 7. It's going to be the 3rd time in recent history that they have a series on equal ping, or on the same server at least. They're currently 1-1, and definitely two of the best 1v1 players in the world at the moment. They really showed that at Gold Rush by elevating themselves away from Marky Duda and Kronovi, who were also there. I'm sure that all of you guys who have seen Marky and Kronovi play would agree that they are certainly top players in the ones category, but kuxir and Dappur were able to really stand out as the 2 people to beat at that event. Marky took 2 games off Kux, but he did lose the one series that they did play against each other. And Kronovi was unable to take a game off Kux or Dappur. Actually, no, unable to take a series. I think he took a game or 2. But he was unable to take a series off Kux or Dappur. Kux again with the aggression. Batmobile, one of the best cars for bumping, of course, because it has that low profile. It's very easy for people to jump over you if they try to read your jump. But Dappur right now is having his way with Kux's defense. While I've been doing story time, Dappur has been doing scory time. And this is a 5th goal that he's been able to put past the Italian. Multitude of strategies. We've seen the low side flip shot. We saw the mind game at the near post. We saw the pop at the far post, and then we saw the pass to himself off the crossbar. So pretty successful scoring time for Dappur. 5-1. Game 1 certainly looking like it's going to be in his favour. kuxir has not really been able to get his offense working or his defense. It's been problems at both ends of the field for him. Dappur very patient, which is not always the way that he likes to play. Sometimes he prefers to get right up in people's faces, but so far this game, he's just let Kux come at him, and he's looked like he's been able to deal with everything that Kux has thrown at him. Besides the first goal, of course, which did go to kuxir. Bear in mind, this is 5 goals in a row for Dappur. And will it be 6? It should be, as he very nicely leans back into the forward dodge shot. Have to point out, great adaptation by Dappur there. After he saw kuxir was going to block his shot, he leaned back and blocked kuxir's clear. So blocking the block. This should be a Brazil for Dappur right off the face-off. Extremely, extremely good game one for him. kuxir slow on the approach, trying to push the ball to the left. Dappur also pushing the ball to that side, but got there first. Yeah, I'm streaming at a pretty unusual time today, so we're probably going to get some new viewers, which is cool. I do like to stream at various times to try and give all of you guys a chance to tune in. There's no way Cux is coming back from this one though. I picked a good game to do story time in, because Dappur has ruffle stomped Cux here in game one. This is a long series though, and this I'm sure we'll go back and forth. I expect at least a 4-2 or perhaps a 4-3 in favor of one of these players. If I had to pick one, I would say Dappur. This strong start really helping his case. Ever been to Las Vegas? No, I have not. And yeah, I'll do all of the shoutouts and things after this series is over. It is a best of 7, like I've already stated. But if you're gone by then I appreciate donations, subs, all of the love. You guys are far too kind, as always. Game 1 goes to the Dat Pack. 1-0 against kuxir. Of course, if kuxir does lose the series, we can all blame Quinn Lovedale. What is that prize pool? What on earth? Why is the prize pool in like 1,000,000 decimal places? What? I've never seen that before. I don't know why there's so many decimal places on that, but can I do anything about that? I don't even know if I can. Let me see. Can I? No, I don't think I can. I think we're just gonna have to put up with the bajillion decimal place prize pool. Hope you guys don't mind that. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Like I said, all donations during the show match will go up there. First $100 donated will go to the winner, and beyond that it's a 65-35% split. Game 2. kuxir vs Dappur. An important game with the Cux dropping game 1 by such a large margin. He cannot afford to drop another one. He's had a lot of good bumps onto Dappur, but not been able to translate any of those into goals just yet. Good 50-50 mechanics by kuxir. However, that boost miss at the center of the field just about 10 seconds ago now has cost him the ability to score a goal from this attack. Dappur trying again to just rush at the challenge. kuxir stays low. Consistency from kuxir. You won't want to make that same mistake too often though, where he just drives underneath the ball. You want your money back? Dude, you can't get money back from subs. You want your money back, you should have donated. But I appreciate that, Nestor. I'm curious to see what kuxir's main style of attack is going to be. So far it's all been shots. It's usually shots and mind games for kuxir. He doesn't like to do too many dribble flicks because he hates getting dunked on. Dappur again, good adaptation from game 1. He is rushing almost every challenge this game, and what a shot off the wall. Dappur did not have a lot of boost to play with here. In fact, none whatsoever. Look at that. The power that he's able to generate. Impressive stuff. This voice is something else. But like I was saying, kuxir, he hates getting dunked on. That's why we don't usually see him going for dribble flicks, air dribbles, stuff like that. He's denied a goal here by the bump of Dappur. That, of course, illustrates one of the reasons why double jump pops are a bit dangerous in 1v1, because your car kind of ends up where the ball used to be. Dappur has shown by far the better offensive repertoire so far. But kuxir, once again, showing us his ability to preserve boost under pressure. And now he's bringing out the flick, but we see that it isn't the cleanest of flicks. A side flip would have served him better in that situation, as the ball is falling off the front of his car, which took out all the power when he did diagonal front flip. Diagonal front flips, of course, the preferred flick method if the ball is more centrally positioned on the car. Dappur looking so good. That's 1.5 games gone, and he's only conceded a goal to Cux. He's landed inside Kux's goal here, though. I expect him to take a quick route back to net. He's afraid of Kuxer's shot. Kuxer's dribble will get intercepted. Use it to buy Tinder Plus or a prostitute? Alright, I'll consider that. I do say that any sensible or semi-sensible donation request I do like to honor. Kuxer going for his patented pinch shot, but Dappur was reading that one start to finish. He was not, however, reading this very simple bounce. Dappur's, you see the frustration, he's throwing his car back and forward after missing that very, very simple bounce dribble. And will he be able to immediately get his lead back? Yes, he will. Dappur's face-off has been the one that's looked favourable out of these two players recently. Not just today, but also at Gold Rush. I believe he was getting more possession than Kux was, which can be a big deal, especially against an Octane player. You don't want to give them too much possession because the dribbling control is so good. Kuxer showing us a nice redirect off the side. Well, Dappur knew this was coming. Barely losing the face-off, but Dappur unable to get back to his goal in time. He didn't go the fastest route back to goal, it has to be said. Perhaps he did not see Kux's shot coming as early as I thought he would. Dappur's strategy this game has been absolutely give Kux no space. That is what he's going for. First game he kind of gave Kux more space than he did here, just to try and weigh up what Kux was going to play like. But this game he's just gone straight for the ball and it is working really well. 16 boost to play with. What is Dappur going to do? Delayed flick to the far post does get saved. I do expect Dappur to play these ball carry and dribble situations a lot more than Kuxer. Kuxer preferring to dribble the ball on the ground and hide behind it. None of these, or neither of these strategies is inherently right or wrong. It's just a preference thing. Kuxer low boost, again able to get a save to the far post this time, but he's looking for the small boost pads. Dappur hook shot. And the blind save by Kuxer. He was unable to see Dappur in that situation because of the post. Kuxer waiting for this ball to bounce low. Again, he doesn't want to get dunked on. Doesn't want to hit the ball straight at Dappur on a high bounce. Very, very controlled game of Rocket League chess that we have here. Both players battling for possession and positioning on the field. Kuxer preferring to pop the ball here because he knows that he has the boost advantage, but that is only a small boost advantage. Killing the bounce again. We've seen Kuxer do this so many times. He is, more than anyone else in the world, able to generate height from a rolling ball. But even he was not able to get height on that one. It was both rolling and very linear. Half flip from Kux is going to give Dappur the free dribble. And Dappur with a very, very lucky, I'll say, goal. Because we will not see Kuxer miss saves like this very often. Dappur misses, and so does Kux. Both players completely beating the play. As Dappur's flick was supposed to go top corner. He missed it. And Kuxer maybe anticipating that top corner flick. Also missed. Needs to keep the ball high here. And he does, and Dappur can't save it. Well played by Kux to get the height in the shot. You see him leaning forward into this because he didn't want to hit it low. Hits the ball right where Australia would be, and then Dappur also booming it top corner. Not what he was going for. But really, this seems like a pretty just outcome to me. After the end, or the goal that we saw Dappur take the lead with. Overtime we go. Doesn't look like there will be a kickoff goal attempt. Fell out of bed this morning, dude. What do you mean? Sometimes I'm up early, but mostly because I stayed up all night. Again, very linear dribble by Dappur, trying to mind game Kuxer. Not an easy thing to do, as Kuxer does like to play pretty heads up. One successful mind game for Dappur so far this series. One, hard mind game, as in a hard win. Kuxer might have a goal here. He's almost in time. Dappur's so quick to get back into position. We have to remember that when these guys were interviewed at Gold Rush and asked about each other, they both had nothing but compliments for each other's play style. Again, Kux misses a save though. Dappur takes game 2, and he has looked like the player with more control in this series so far, it has to be said. Well, one thing I remember about these guys, comments about each other's playstyles. Kuxir, I asked him, what do you think about Dappur? What does Dappur do that makes your life so difficult when you play against him? And Kuxir said he knows everything that I want to do. So he credited Dappur with mind reading. And then I asked Dappur, why is Kuxir so difficult to play against? And he said it's because he knows everything that I want to do before I do it. So both of these guys inside each other's heads, or at least so they say. And I'm not sure who is going to be able to get the other out of their head by the end of the series, but right now it looks like Dappur is the favorite to do so. Great play, Dappur once again. Able to read Kux's defense. Accelerating into this to fake a ground shot. Perfect use of the break to stop and catch the ball. And then Kuxir, who had moved into the goal, anticipating a shot, not positioned to defend the near post. Kuxir has not had many shots on goal this series. He needs to change something up. Not enough of these attacks for him are ending in shots, or at least chances to shoot. There's one, but it goes wide. He's trying to catch that boost as it respawns. He's a little bit early. There we go, flicking back into it. But in doing so, he's kind of given Dappur a free possession play, and Kuxir so scared to get dunked on there. Does very well though to come out of here with a shot of his own. Look at the power of Kuxir once again. End-to-end power shots here. Dappur manages to find a little bit of breathing room to grab some boost. Kuxir does not. And low 50-50 once again for Dappur. This is looking very bad for Kuxir. Good save, but not good enough, as Dappur will go for the rebound and succeed. What is this going to sound like? I'll get all of these notifications at the end of the show match, guys, which right now is looking like it could be extremely one-sided. The manner in which Dappur is winning these games is very bad news for Kuxir fans. Dappur has had more control. He has prevented Kux from scoring the type of goals that he wants to be scoring. The low dribbles. Oh, that's a miss from Dappur. A really bad one as well. Inside of the post was the only place that ball could bounce and go to safety. And inside of the post is exactly what happened. But how many times, guys, have we seen Kuxir trying to set up low dribbles and then finishing off with a ground shot? Not very many times. How many times have we seen Kuxir winning 50-50s and then putting the ball into his opponent's net? Again, not many times. These are the two primary ways for Kuxir to score. Just really, really solid contests and low dribbles. And Dappur has completely shut those down. There we go. Low dribble into the ground shot. Again, Dappur able to deal with it. Half flipping. Or not half flipping, sorry. Wave dashing into the ground to get to the ball first. Dappur's just been outpacing Kux this series very impressively. Decides to mix things up there and go for a volley, but it is not going to work. Kuxir should have scored, but he's missed by a mile. Not even close. And Dappur now misses the ball. Misplays for both players, not for the first time. Although most of the game has been pretty high level stuff, there have been moments of beanbagness. Oh my goodness. First Kuxir missing the open net long shot, and then Dappur completely missing the first touch. A much needed freebie for Kuxir. As again Dappur has the ball under his control. Again he's looking threatening, and again he's able to threaten Kux into a misplay. If we were able to see a boost secured statistic, I'm sure that Dappur would be miles ahead in that one, but by just missing that boost in the back corner, he was giving Kux a route back into the game. Kux is doing very well here to conceal the fact that he actually has a lot of boost to spare. Dappur did not see that coming, perhaps, and likely anticipating that Kux was extremely low on boost there, but Kuxir had plenty, more than enough, to close the gap and then boost right through that ball for the long shot. 2-2, Kuxir desperately needing to close out this game. And he does win a kickoff this time. As always, doesn't like to shoot the ball when it's on a high bounce. If there's one thing that has looked good for Kuxir this series, it is his bumps. His bumps have been pretty good. Definitely winning in that battle. The physicality. But Dappur just brutalizes Kux at the near post. The pressure that Dappur is able to put here onto Kuxir. Just popping it and then popping it again. Kuxir Not able to read what Dappur is doing in that situation. Pre-jumped on the first attempt. He was so scared of Dappur's tight angle shot. Dappur going to opt to stay on the ball here. We all know what he can do with no boost and a dribble. What does she say? I don't have a clue. What is a boomer? Oh my goodness, why am I listening to this? I really feel like kuxir is giving Dappur far too much time on the ball here. It might be time to change it up. Challenge a little bit more early. Because with the way that this game is going, Dappur is not making enough mistakes in offense for this extremely passive defense of kuxir to be worthwhile. This sort of playstyle that kuxir is showing us would punish someone who is overextending to try and close out these shots. But Dappur is just not doing that. We've hardly seen him overextend at all. Always staying relevant. And Dappur's ability to challenge has really elevated in the last few months. He is so good now at challenging the ball successfully. Not going for the ball in that play, definitely strange for Dappur. I would have expected him to go for the ball there, not the boost. But he wanted both and he got punished. Kuxir back in the game. Air dribble to the near post. Dappur again able to shut that down and very successfully bounces the ball away from Kuxir. Kuxir has opted to go for the ball here rather than the mid boost. He wants that pressure. Doesn't want to give another free possession play to Dappur. He might have to though, whether or not he wants it. There's the early challenge and it is going to work. Kuxir might be able to seal the game here. Yes, he will. First time that we've seen him step up to the plate, aggress Dappur, and it is immediately successful. Dappur expecting Kuxir to back off. Tries to start off the bounce dribble. Kuxir says no. Gets the first lead I believe that he's had all series, apart from the one goal that he had in game 1 before Dappur Braziled him. Now he should be able to hold on here. The physicality of the Batmobile making it very difficult for Dappur's Octane to get the ball under control. Kuxir with a fake challenge and the win in game 3. So important that Kuxir got that win. If he had dropped 3 in a row, there was, in my mind, no way he was coming back. Just with the way and the control that Dappur is showing us this series. Look at the stat line. 1 save and 1 goal, the only difference. I really want to see more of that kind of challenge from Kuxir. If he's going to successfully make this comeback happen, we need to see him mix it up a little bit more in defense, not play this reactive style, because Dappur's not making enough mistakes, not overextending enough for the amount of time that Kuxir's spending just playing reactively to be worthwhile. This is looking much better for Kuxir. The pressure that he's putting out secured him 100 boost and immediately challenging. He's not giving Dappur any free time to dribble with Kuxir in goal. 100 boost secured. Turnover of possession. Low 50-50. Dappur does well though not to go too high on that challenge. As Kuxir's just scored. Yes, he has. The challenge of Kuxir this time is successful. Alright, see you later, Toasty. Have a good day at work, Hen. I definitely expected to see more of that type of goal from Kux than we've been seeing this series so far. Good job by Dappur. He knew that Kux was going to go for a one-touch and then pop play. Kuxir's done well again to secure just enough boost to be a threat. Almost a minute of gameplay gone and Dappur has hardly left his half for the first time in, I believe, 3 games and some. Kuxir might go off the wall here. The first touch indicated that he wanted to, because he didn't need to take that ball so high up the wall there. He had the option to take a small touch and then go for the ground play. But he's mixing things up now. And oh my goodness, Dappur should have a goal, but he's backed all the way off, not expecting Kuxir to miss that save. Dappur was respecting Kuxir's ability to get the save there. And good job by Dappur, waiting for the ball to fall before going for the rebound. Great backflip pop to set himself up there. Such a high one that he almost gave Kux time to recover. Kuxir was pretty much playing that situation with the mindset of he thought Dappur was going to beat him to the ball anyway, so he wanted a 100 boost just in case Dappur did miss, because with a 100 boost he would have been able to counterattack, and if Dappur hit the bar there, would have been a goal for Kux. He knew he wasn't getting to the ball first anyway. Sometimes if you know you're getting beat, regardless of your pathing, you might as well go for the pathing that gives you the most boost, because then if your opponent does misplay, you at least have a chance to do something, capitalize on it. kuxir looking revitalized. He's made the necessary adaptations in his challenges. And to counter that, Dappur is going to go high. But kuxir, solid air dribble defense, like I'm sure most of you expected. No pop into the wall there by Kux, which might have been better. Might have been a better way to start a bounce dribble. Dappur trying to stay grounded here. A couple of fake 50-50s just at the last second, pulling away from the ball. Has Dappur successfully got Kux out the game here? Kux back into the play, despite the bump shenanigans of Dappur. I'm surprised that kuxir didn't go further, or didn't fly further away here. kuxir now with the fake 50-50s. My goodness, Dappur has to turn over the possession to his opponent, as kuxir has gotten completely inside his head. I'm definitely going to have to change this this donation text-to-speech, because I have no idea what she's saying. Absolutely no idea what the Japanese woman is saying. I'll change that one. I like the Italian dude and the Norwegian girl. They're pretty funny. This is like night and day watching Kux in the last minute, or the last 5 minutes or so. He really has just stepped up his challenges way outside of his box compared to what we saw in Game 1 and 2. And indeed the start of Game 3. Dappur just had Kux playing so fearful. I do wonder if Kux needs to miss that 12 boost pad on his route to ball on that face-off. It's a decent pop by Kux, asking a question of Dappur. Dappur's answer can only get him a 50-50. This kuxir is not out the play. Great recovery by Kux, boosting all the way through that pseudo half flip, just to get back down onto the ground sooner. As Kux, very risky. I don't like that at all. But Dappur again has respected kuxir's ability to get good 50-50s enough that he didn't stay aggressive. That's the second time that Dappur has not taken the freebie just because he expected the situation to go more against him. And oh dear, Dappur, he's not made this misplay many times, if at all. I think he made it once before this series. The boost grab over the ball would have been fine if he got that first touch into the corner, but he did not. Can I put the Norwegian text-to-speech on, please? It is on for cheers over 250 bits. So you might hear it. There was a lot earlier on. It's pretty ridiculous. So there's one. Alright, here it is.
This is the invincible kuxir97, rooting for you, your sexy Italian Rocket League move.
Rocket League. Well, right now kuxir looks like he's got all the momentum in his favor. He started off so badly. Game 1, 2, and 3 all had Dappur's name written on them. But kuxir changed up his challenging style not a moment too soon, and was able to take Game 3 with a couple of solid contests right at the end of the game. And oh my goodness, Dappur, I thought he had this, but apparently not. 6-2 now in Kux's favor. Again, Dappur looking for that soft touch to take the ball away from his opponent, and he just can't get back in time. The power of Kux's shot is good, as we would expect. That's 2 times now that Dappur has just failed to get that little touch, something that is so important in 1v1, just to disrupt the ball before leaving it for your opponent. Even if you know that you are going to leave the ball for your opponent, you don't want to just leave it for free. You want to make that little touch, just change the angle, because then your opponent probably has to change their angle of approach as well. And that is what would usually secure the boost for Dappur. His hook shot in this position, not ideal. kuxir literally one boost and he's even saving that. But he wants the 50-50 here. kuxir wants the challenge, because he knows that Dappur will have to expend boost to get that challenge. And kuxir doesn't have any boost in the first place. He saved that one just to get the boost in the corner. Delayed flick by Dappur. Kux is pre-jumped months in advance of that one. Looks like we're going to have a tie series here. Dappur unable to get another save. This kuxir whips a long shot right over the top. Just beautiful. kuxir's shots. So clean. Last split second dodge. Yeah, I've been up all night. This is Saturday night for me. Saturday night for me. Good save by Kux. It looks like he is going to tie the series almost certainly now. Kickoff goals would have been necessary for Dappur to come back into it. It is worth mentioning that although I said that Dappur has been winning more kickoffs than he's been losing in the recent times, their last series in at Gold Rush, and also the way that they started the series, Dappur was getting the possession most of the time. Certainly not the case anymore. This is going much more even, if not in Kux's favor. But we will see a tie series. It is just a formality at this point. I'll go ahead and update that before I forget to later on. And best of 5... No, sorry, best of 7 is turned into a best of 3. My goodness. Could have so easily been 3-0 for Dappur. Could have so easily been 3-0. And he wants his... Kuxir wants his pinch goal so badly. You can see his first touch there. He was going for it. But he just couldn't get it. Dappur not interested in giving Kux a chance, even if he is already down by 5 goals. Again, couple of service announcements. If you did sub for the first time and you didn't get your notification to pop off on stream, then you need to refresh your page, click share at the top of the chat. You can even throw a message in there that I'll be able to read. Did Kux get a save on that first? I don't think he saved that. He might have done. Could I ask Marky when he's going to stream? Probably not until after the LAN, is my guess. Oh, good thing we've got the scoreboard so low here. Also, second service announcement. All of the donations, bits, and subs that did occur during the show match, I'll shout you all out after. So, if you can't stick around for that, I appreciate you. Whoever, wherever, whenever, and whatever you smell like. Good job by Dappur here to secure that boost in a rough situation. There we go. Early challenge again from Kux. If Dappur wants to counter this, he's going to have to start mixing in more long shots and extremely soft first touches. Dappur's got a difficult shot here. He opts out of it. Would have been extremely awkward for him to get. He should be able to make it back in time for this. Kuxir's shot was lacking a little bit of speed. But if anyone's wondering, the reason why I say that long shots and soft touches, or really soft first touches, are the way to beat somebody who's rushing you is because if you take literally the softest first touch in the world, of course, if they then rush you, you can just pop it almost instantaneously after that first touch. Long shots, obviously, if not able to catch your opponent completely off guard and take them out of the game, you'll certainly put them in an awkward position with their back to the wall. Oh, Kuxir looking for the double touch here. He is slowing himself down, but Dappur is there to deny it. Much to the displeasement of... Is displeasement? Is that even a word? I don't even know. I'm sure Twitch chat's very displeased about Dappur's backboard defense there. Because they would have loved to see a double touch by Kux, but he will get the first goal. And again, Dappur is struggling to get the ball out of his half here. Kuxir has stepped up his aggression when Dappur is on the ball, without really changing his offensive strategy too much. He is stuck to his guns in offense. Really all that he's done is change up his challenge timing. We all know what Dappur can do. 25 boost! You might feel safe against most players if you knew that they had only 25. But Kuxir, right after I say that he's been stepping up his challenge, decides to turn around and he gets punished. Dappur ties the game. We saw there might have been an opportunity for Kuxir to get the challenge in there. Dappur has always struggled, and he's said so himself in the past. Oh, the mind game. We're going to have to make Dappur watch this one because this was so delicate by Kuxir. He just made Dappur second guess himself here. Dappur did not check where Kux was. That was his biggest misplay in that situation, is he didn't look to see where Kux was. And he kind of expected the ball to be free for himself to take. And he saw Kuxir and panic flipped right in front of him. But is Dappur going to be able to deal with Kuxir challenging him earlier? Looks like he won't have to because Kuxir's backed off now. This is something that we've seen Kux do so many times in the past. But when he's done this today, it's not been working out too well. Dappur has usually been able to maintain pressure, if not score directly, when Kuxir goes into full shadow mode. This is so low. Oh, he's able to get it past Kux though. Dappur just killed the bounce dribble there. He didn't want to bounce it high because these soft touches don't really give Kuxir any chance to intercept because the ball's so close to Dappur. And despite the fact that that shot was almost straight at his opponent, it still made it in. Misplay by Kux, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Misplay by Kux in that situation. And he will get punished not only with one goal, but a second. Backflip from Kux. He mind-gamed himself there. Very strange face-off by Kuxir there. He just went for the roof hit. Trying to hit it with the top of his car. Going for a bit of a block style, but he didn't really get goal side, which is why we saw Dappur come out victorious. Immediate revenge incoming though. This time, Kuxir getting the face-off goal, so we're 1-0 in that department for Game 5. I've sort of talked about Marky Scrub and Kuxir as rock, paper, scissors. What is this? I know, good question. I would say Dappur has kind of replaced Marky in that rock, paper, scissors recently. With Dappur kind of having a style that counters Kux. If Dappur can just mix up his offense more, I really feel like his style is a counter to Kuxir. The thing that makes Kuxir able to go toe-to-toe with Dappur right now is that when Kuxir starts to challenge early, Dappur doesn't really have an answer for it. He's not ever been able to... Oh, they're both backwards here. Good, good job by Dappur to adapt to that situation. This is definitely a weird one, as Kuxir gets Goomba Stomped halfway through his flip, but the Goomba Stomp did turn Dappur in the wrong direction as well. Quick backflip able to solve that problem though.
Gladi finali gotto che giù stremasio farlov stremat 4-7 misle up schedule is dead because of it. Farchio KRT minore di maggiore di minore di maggiore di minore di maggiore di.
What is he saying? I don't even know what that was. He was saying minority majority when you wrote the W's or something? It's weird. Oh no, that was the greater than and lesser than, and then he didn't even read the W's. Wow. We're gonna have to take a while to get used to this new donation reader. Kuxir, good pop over Dappur. We again see the danger of double jump pops. Kuxir getting a little bit of a contact, or Dappur rather, getting a little bit of a contact on Kuxir's car there, even though the ball was clean over the top of him. But had that pop been off target and Dappur, you know, get a little bit of a heavier bump onto Kux, both players would have been out of the game and the ball would have just rolled to safety. It's kind of why side flip pops are usually the preferred method, because it takes your car to safety as well as the ball past your opponent. But this time it didn't matter. The ball was on target. Kuxir showing us something that Rizzo is using to great effect at the Gold Rush LAN. The extremely, extremely delayed pop. Dappur's gonna just let this ball bounce over the top of him into a bounce dribble. Kuxir's so defensive and he's able to hold off Dappur's attack here. My goodness, it's so scary to watch as Dappur just inches away from a goal. Kuxir still holds his nerve and waits for Dappur to make the first play. This should be a goal for Dappur. Kuxir out the game completely. Dappur will get the shot. 1 goal to the good. A bit of a questionable challenge by Kuxir as he came in almost sideways. There's a lot of angles that ball can bounce which are favourable to Dappur. And of course, when Dappur has only just picked up the corner boost, I'm pretty sure that Kuxir was trying to surprise Dappur there by sticking around, as it was an extremely, extremely risky challenge. Kuxir gonna let this bounce low, doesn't want to shoot this on the first bounce, but Dappur just closes the distance. Kuxir not able to read that challenge. He thought it was a fake. He fully expected Dappur to turn around there. Dappur getting another hook shot set up. Kuxir just sitting in goal, watching it all happen. He's not in panic mode yet, as he's got a minute to score. Oh my goodness, Dappur almost setting up the perfect dunk for Kux. Kuxir with a quick turn, but Dappur is there to meet him. Dappur going straight for the ball here. Might take Kux by surprise. He got away with it though, did the Italian. And Dappur again with an early turn. I love that. Kuxir not able to read those 2 last challenges by Dappur. He thought that Dappur was going to back off, but that was not the case. Dappur was fully intending to challenge early, but Dappur has missed on what really looked like what should have been a shot. Decided to go for the near post pass to himself when Kuxir was at the far post. I don't really like that, because Kuxir was able to watch that in front of him the entire time. He was able to see everything in front of him. He's able to see the goal, the ball, and his opponent, which is not the case when you do near post passes to yourself when the defender is also at the near post. That's usually the situation that we see those develop. Dappur will have the final possession, it looks like. Kuxir low on boost, has to run for the hills. He's saving his 42. He doesn't want to use this. Tries to catch Dappur out with the wall shot, and he does! What a play by Kux. Saves the 42 boost. Dappur thought that Kux was starved, makes the turn, and Kuxir rips one end to end. And bar a kickoff goal, this will be game 5 to Kuxir. Holy wall shot. That's impressive. Will we see a kickoff goal? We might actually, if the ball rolls up the wall here. It did, but kuxir was able to shut it down. That was so close to an opportunity for Dappur to score, but my goodness, kuxir with a hard read on Dappur's final few seconds in game 5. He knew that if he just held onto that boost and made Dappur think that all he's got is like 12 or maybe 20, that he could bait Dappur into a turn. Dappur was trying to just pop the ball center and then beat Kux to it, because if Kux really does have 20 or less boost in that situation, Dappur will beat him to the ball, and then Kuxir's got no chance of making it back to his goal. Dappur just stole the corner boost on his exit. But Kuxir, again, is probably the best player in the world at preserving boost in 1v1 when he is defending. Even against a player of Dappur's caliber, he was able to hold on to 30, pick up another 12, and he needed every ounce of it to get to that ball first. And not only that, but boom it right into the net. Best of 7. It is indeed a series that looked like it was going to go 3-0 to Dappur. Dappur had so much control. He was really, not giving Kuxir any footholds in the first 3 games. Look at both players just flicking ball camera on and off here. The nerves. The APM spam. Will we see game 7? I'm sure that everybody in chat would love to. I'm sure that everybody would love to. This is right back into what we saw in the early game 1 and 2. Dappur continually attacking, and despite the fact that Kuxir can keep the ball out of his net for a while, it doesn't ever look like a turnover is likely to happen, so long as Dappur can play his cards right. This is not one of those times though. Dappur relinquishing possession just for a brief moment. Kuxir does not want to give Dappur space unless he can really do nothing about it. This is going to be an awkward bounce for Kux, but he's done really well. Just reads it right into the center of the field. Dappur is the one who's going to get punished. It looked like one of those bounces that Kux would be forced to go up for, because he was not able to see Dappur. And Dappur, despite the fact that he had perfect information in that situation, just got beat to the ball. He did not hold his boost for the entire play. He wanted to try and wait for Kux to jump and then beat him to it, pop it off the sidewall. Kuxir was just too fast. He went for it blind. Control by Dappur is always so good to watch. Certainly, in my mind, the best dribbler in the world right now. With such a plethora of ways that he can get the ball into the net. Although today we've not really seen too many of them. We have not really been able to see too many, and that's partly because Kux is just such a wall in defense that Dappur doesn't want to go for all-in moves. It's impressive that Dappur is able to play that disciplined, as usually players eventually they'll crack against Kux. They'll get so frustrated by the fact that he's saving every single shot that they go for something just a little bit more risky, and then a little bit more risky, and then eventually they just get counter-attacked to death. Good post pinch by Dappur there to prevent that awkward situation. Kuxir has missed the corner boost, and that gives Dappur 100 to play with. He's trying to accelerate the ball here, drops it into a side flip shot, but Kuxir comfortably swats it away. Looks like Kuxir's in his comfort zone now. Whenever Kuxir is hiding behind the ball, you should always be worried, because this is exactly what he likes to do. This is exactly where he likes to be. Great jump by Dappur though, to get over the top of his opponent. Will he go for another backflip shot? Yes, he will, but it isn't a powerful one this time. And Kuxir should have had a goal there. Shooting wide to the post, which was defended, but that pop is going to be directly into the goal. Dappur looks in dismay as the ball arcs right over his head for the second time. Oh, he went for a pre-jump there, fully expecting Kux to drill that at the near post bottom corner. Kuxir is one step ahead, and Dappur looks like he might be about to lose 4 games in a row in a series which he should have won the first 3. He really, really should have won the first 3. It was Kuxir's ability to capitalize on a couple of misses by Dappur in offense and then steal the game with a couple of key challenges. And staying just low enough there was Kux. Any higher in that challenge and Dappur would have gone underneath him. But what is Dappur going to do? Kuxir just not giving him the space that he so badly wants. There we go, the high pop. It will take Kux out of the game, and he should have this, and he will. 3-1, Dappur back on the score sheet. A place which he desperately needs to be right now. If this had gone nil, X to nil for any longer, I think we might have started to see those very, very risky plays from Dappur just to try and force the situation. Kuxir again, just so dangerous in the challenge. And Dappur has beaten it a second time. The nerves are creeping in. Dappur, a player in the past who has said that he always finds a way to throw the series. It's certainly looking like it right now. The pressure has got to him. Kuxir's early challenges and 50-50s are starting to take their toll. Kuxir might not even look for a shot here. Yes, he will. He just goes for the bottom left. I thought Kuxir was eyeing up the corner boost, but he had other ideas. And after changing which side of the ball he's placed on a couple of times, he fires to the bottom corner. 4-goal difference. Dappur has made better comebacks than this, but has he ever made a 4-goal comeback against a defender like Kuxir? Beautiful power slide, and that will be a 1-goal comeback. Beautifully done by Dappur. I love this use of the... Do you guys call it the e-brake? In America, we call it the handbrake. When guilty killing the Eastern man, must have thought it was to split check one. Or I kind of get it, but yeah. Is that like news or something? It's really important that Dappur got a stylish goal, I feel, as he's definitely going to be feeling it now. Feeling like he has a chance to make this comeback happen. That's why we see him going, I believe, for another kind of high-risk, high-reward play. Dappur, at this point, has got to be feeling like he has to score every chance he's going to get, because Kuxir's ball control to the latter half of this series has been exceptional. Dappur, will he even get 3 chances to score? Far less take them. He's going to get at least one more. What will this possession entail for Dappur? Kuxir staying close. Dappur wants the ball to be bouncing lower before he takes a shot. But he will get a goal, will he? Oh my goodness, Kuxir with the post-bench save. Can't get it out for long enough though. Dappur gets another goal. The comeback continues. How did Kuxir save this? That is exceptional defending by Kux. Holding boost throughout that dodge just to barely keep it out. But only for a time being. And Dappur beans his kickoff, but it works in his favor. Holy cow, what a save by Dappur. He missed his dodge. Accidentally hit jump once instead of twice. But the late dodge and the boost back down into the center of the ball was able to perfectly dunk on Kux's standard face-off. And despite the fact that that is so risky to do, to just dive bomb the ball like Dappur did, it does have its ups. It does have some pros. Oh, Dappur going for the boost. This is awkward because Kuxir could have fired high there, not able to, and the recovery by Dappur is just good enough. Dappur's got plenty of boost in this situation as well. He will close. He's going to try and take this game on his terms. He doesn't want to wait for Kuxir's misplay. He's trying to force it. Kuxir misses the boost. Dappur, heavy first touch though, completely allows Kuxir to close the distance for free. Dappur's up the aggression here. He's up the speed. He's boosting a lot here just to try and get Kux to pre-jump. Kuxir just stays solid. Another wall shot is a dangerous one. It's on target and it's in the goal. 2-goal difference. Dappur trying to get Kux to pre-jump by pump faking the boost, but Kuxir says no. And again, he's so good at just getting those wall shots from his own back corner right into the net. And now Kuxir, 2-goal lead. Dappur needs to score here and another face-off goal, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's got no time. Kuxir is going to take 4 games in a row, and what a series. It really looked like Dappur had it in the bag. Will he get a goal? No, Kuxir doesn't want to give him anything. No consolation goals this series for anyone. Unless Dappur has something to say about it, and he really wants it so badly. He's trying so hard. Kuxir will help him keep it up. Maybe looking for another goal of his own. This is quite an extended period of 0 seconds. And we know that Dappur could keep this ball up probably for world record duration. Are they going to... Kuxir wants to get involved in this, and Dappur will give it to him. Oh, Kuxir wants to score. Dappur thought that Kuxir wanted to play keepy-ups, but Kuxir just wants a goal. And see that Dappur pops it to give it to Kux, and Kuxir says thank you. Takes the goal. But GG's, what a series. These two really are so entertaining to watch. It's a game of chess when they play against each other. And although I believe that Dappur, if he can refine his style just a little bit, if he can get a little bit better at forcing those misplays, or, you know, forcing Kux into submission, I think that his style is certainly a counter to Kuxir's style. But I'll say again, the thing that separates these two well, today at least, is one, Kuxir's nerve is just ridiculous. I don't know how he can stay composed for so long, even under so much pressure. He just keeps his composure on a level better than anyone else in the world, I believe. When Kuxir's got his back up against the wall, that's when he performs the best. And when you've got that in your back pocket, it's got to feel so good. We're going to call this a $100 prize pool, by the way, because that's £75, which is $98, but we'll just round it up to 100. A nice clean number. And that will all go to Cux, because of course, in prize pools on my stream, first 100 goes to the winner, and only beyond that do we split. But I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on why I think that Cux has, or Dappur's style counters Cux's style. I'll elaborate a bit on that because I think a lot of people are going to say, well, Dappur won, so surely, or Cux won, so surely his style is better. But the reason I think that Dappur's playstyle counters Cux's playstyle, and I'm talking when I say Cux's playstyle, I mean when Cux is, you know, shadowing, sitting in goal, playing reactively, waiting for misplays, and then going in for the ball. If you do that against a player like Dappur, who's so methodical and so controlled, and doesn't like to go all in with his attack, and you know that's the Dappur who doesn't greed for boost, the Dappur who doesn't bean it by flying underneath the ball. We've all seen that Dappur, and he looks so unbeatable because he just has better ball control than anybody, better possession control than anybody in the world. And if Kuxir doesn't throw in those early challenges, if he doesn't throw in those fake challenges, Dappur's just going to have his way with him. But when Kuxir started to throw in those early challenges, mix up his play a little bit, go a little bit outside his comfort zone, that kind of took Dappur by surprise and really turned the momentum of the series. And the fact that Kuxir won that game 3, I'm sure tilted Dappur a little bit, because Dappur would have felt like that was his game to win. And the fact that Kuxir was able to take it from him would have been a heartbreaker. Great series though, great series. I'm going to catch up on subs and everything that we missed during that series. So while I do that, I'll run some ads. Right after that, maybe we'll be back. Hopefully we'll be back for some more show matches. I told these guys that I'd love to cast a twos lobby that includes them. So hopefully we can do that after. I'll try and arrange it so that we can get right back into casting after this is done. But I'll be back in 3 for those of you who do see ads. Where were we? Okay. First of all, let's go over some bits. We had King Spectre with another 250. You did get the outcome that you wanted. Kuxir was able to take it. And prize pool donations did come in from Hellkite Serpent, Poka64. We have Nalsolo with the 3. It was £7.67 or £7.67 and £6 from Hellkite Serpent and Poka64 respectively. D-Rock719 with the 420, Nalslow 2 with another 420, 7-6 with the £3.44, Roy Flynn with the tenner, Asterisk with the £19.18, Oh Yeb with the 384, Dadir with the tenner, Nimoy with the 3, and I believe that was, oh wait, there's a couple more I think. Was there? Oh no, there wasn't. No, that was it. But yeah, that was all the prize pool. Nimoy, you donated before the series, but you asked for it to get added, so we did that for you. Subs, you are Roy Flynn, 1 month, welcome to you. SCS Edmard, 8 months, welcome back, good morning. Gillette Schmer, oh, this is difficult, I can't read this at all. Gillette Schmars, with a new sub, welcome. Rewind with another new sub, welcome to you. And Big Billy 5, another new sub, welcome. Who do I think is better, Kuxir or Marky Duda? In ones, Kuxir definitely has the edge right now. He beat Marky, I believe, 3-2 over their broadcasted matches at Gold Rush. Marky won in the round robin. Kuxir won 3-1 in the playoffs. But Kuxir definitely one of the best in the world, if not the best right now. If not the best. He's so good at ones when he wants to be. Who else we got here? We got Achilles M94 with the 8 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it, buddy. Witty Seal with the new sub. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ruining your sleep schedule or helping it, but good to have you today in the chat. Lance RL with the new sub as well. You're welcome. He says thanks for the match. Nalsolo2 with the new sub. Thank you for the sub as well as a donation. I appreciate it. And Jfon Buena, 5 months in a row. Welcome back. Espen Frederick, 4 months. Welcome back. Ronster, 1988 or 1988, I guess. Does that mean that you're 29 or 30 or 28? I don't know. Either way, appreciate the sub. DGX Dark N3V or Z, sorry, 4 months in a row. Welcome back to you. Less Non, 2 months. Welcome back. We got. Hold on a second. What's this gonna say? Nothing apparently. Okay. And Matis Sternicus, 8 months. Welcome back. Dregret with the 3-month badge upgrade. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Magnus with the 7 months. Welcome back. And glad to hear that you guys are sticking together as a team, Magnus. I think you're definitely a team with a great future. Beardman91 with the 6 months in a row. Welcome back. Badge upgrade. Definitely what I like to see. David Quadruple 1382. David with all the numbers apparently. Thanks for the new sub. And I think that's back to where we were at the start. So all the subs should be accounted for. Apart from Rocket Profit, 3 months. Welcome back. Just saw you moments ago. Appreciate it. And also Pentagram, it was you with the 200 shares. Appreciated as always. And that should be us up to date on the shoutouts. Ads are done. So let me see what Cux is saying. Hold on, I got him at